Hey, beautiful people, and welcome to Barney's Park. We're live on BTV. That's on YouTube, Twitch, and on Rumble. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody been having a good one. I hope everybody enjoyed the Super Bowl. Speaking of, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on winning the Lombardi Trophy. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Philadelphia Eagles. These guys played well, man. They came in, they dominated from start to finish. It just seemed like they just couldn't do anything. Kansas City Chiefs, I mean. They were very stagnant. And it just, I don't know. They just didn't seem. Kansas City didn't seem like themselves. You know, all year I feel like they've been squeaking by people. Jalen Hurts, 17 for 22, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Patrick Mahomes, 21 for 32, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes also led them in rushing. He had 4 carries for 25 yards. Jalen Hurts also led the Eagles in rushing. He had 11 carries for 72 yards. Very, very slow day for Saquon. Saquon didn't seem to have it. Xavier Worthy, 8 catches for 157 yards, kind of garbage time stats, if you will. He had a big second half, but a lot of those, you know, the game was already decided, you know, unfortunately. Devontae Smith had 4 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown. A.J. Brown had 3 catches, 43 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts, 11 carries, 72 yards. It was a defensive chokehold by Philadelphia, to be honest. These guys, what was it, 5 sacks? 2, 4 and a half, 5 and a half sacks. The Eagles had, and they didn't even blitz anyway. It was just pure, you know, the front four. The front four was able to get pushes consistently on that Kansas City O-line. They didn't protect Mahomes. Mahomes had happy feet throughout the game. He was just, I don't know. He was stepping up in the pocket. He was rolling left, rolling right. It was just very uncharacteristic. And I think Philadelphia just had Mahomes second guessing himself. They got to him early. Josh Sweat, Jalen Carter, those guys were putting pressure on him all night. Like it didn't seem like Mahomes had a chance in hell to win this football game. Kansas City just seemed just out of it. Philadelphia was definitely the better team here tonight, and the better team won. Thanks for tuning in. Super Bowl's over with now, so it's time to chill for the rest of the night. Let's talk about this Super Bowl a little bit, man. We're watching the Lombardi Trophy being presented here right now. Obviously, I can't stream that, copyright issues, but yeah, man, it's really going down. Give me a second here. I got to take this phone call. Sorry, playing phone tag with a friend, I guess. They called and I try to call. They text. I'm trying to text. I don't know. But yeah, congratulations again to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Played a hell of a game. There was a lot of chatter about, Jalen Hurts and can he pass the ball. I mean, 17 for 22, 221 yards. It's not bad. I mean, Mahomes was 21 of 32 for 257, so he didn't do much better. 25 yards to lead your team in rushing, that's pretty pedestrian, right? Like, you're not going to win a football game if your leading rusher has 25 yards, let alone the 25-yard rusher being your quarterback. For example, Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts led them in rushing, but he had 72 yards. So on 11 carries, that's a 6.5-yard average. That was an absolute beatdown. Quite possibly one of the worst Super Bowls I've ever seen. And I'm not just saying that because I was rooting on Kansas City. I'm not saying that because I was rooting for Kansas City. I'm not a fan of either football team, but I am an AFC guy. I'm typically going to lean toward the Lamar Hunt Trophy winner. But yeah, I don't know. It's to be honest here, and I'm not trying to overreact, but Philadelphia might be the next dynasty here. They might be the next big dynasty. They're built the right way. Their defensive line is crazy good. Their offensive line is crazy good. The average player on that offensive line is a 6'6", 280-pounder. And when your team is built that way, when you can dominate the trenches on both sides of the ball, that's typically a team that's built for long-term success. That's typically a team that's built to go deep for a long time. I hope the music ain't been too loud, and I hope y'all been able to hear me. If not, I'm going to call them stats out again. Patrick Mahomes, 21 for 32 for 257 yards, 3 touchdowns and 2 INTs. Jalen Hurts, 17 for 22, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Rushing, Patrick Mahomes led Kansas City in rushing. He had 4 carries for 25 yards. Jalen Hurts led the Eagles in rushing. He had 11 carries for 72 yards and a touchdown. Receiving yards, Devontae Smith led the Philadelphia Eagles in receiving with 4 catches and 69 yards and a touchdown. And Xavier Worthy led Kansas City in receiving with 8 catches, 157 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That Xavier Worthy stat line, I want to touch on that a little bit. That Xavier Worthy stat line can be a little misleading. Like, it looked like he was cooking 8 for 157. I ain't gonna flaws. That shit do look crazy, but it was in garbage time. I kind of feel like the game was already decided by the time Xavier Worthy made his guest appearance. But shout out to him, 8 for 157. That's definitely not a scrub line. But it was the game was decided by the time Xavier Worthy made his impact, unfortunately. I kind of feel like on that bomb, they kind of called the dogs off already. Kenny Pickett was in the game. Jalen Carter and Josh, a lot of those guys on that D-line weren't in the game anymore. Oh, shout out to Cooper DeJean too, right? Right? He's part of the Exciting Whites, right? Cooper DeJean had a pick 6, man, on his birthday, on the Super Bowl. You gotta love it for that young man. Rookie in the NFL, you get a pick 6 in the Super Bowl on your birthday. Shout out to Cooper DeJean, man. It was a hell of a game, man. I kind of just feel like that offensive line, that Kansas City offensive line, man, they got to revamp it. They got to revamp that offensive line, man, because if they don't, they're at risk of losing that dynasty. And I know that they don't want to lose that dynasty. So in order for them to even keep it, they have to retool that offensive line. That offensive line is horrendous. Creed Humphreys is not a tackle. He's got dinosaur arms, right? He's trying to block guys with my wingspan, right? Like, you're not gonna block any of these dudes. Like, these dudes are grown men, right? They barely been squeaking by all year, to be honest. Kansas City has been squeaking by teams all year, and it just came to a head tonight. You're in there with the George Halas Trophy winner, right? The NFC champion. Like, you can't play this kind of football. You can't play this just enough to get by football against these guys. Like, that shit ain't gonna work, bro. Like, that's really what it was. Philadelphia was the sharper team from the onset. That bomb to Jahan Dotson that set up the first touchdown, that set up the quarterback sneak. Philadelphia just looked like the sharper team. Jalen Hurts put that shit right in the breadbasket. Jahan Dotson makes a big catch. I thought it was a touchdown initially. I think it was ruled a touchdown, and they overturned it. But yeah, Jahan Dotson with the big catch there to set up that initial quarterback sneak. And right there from the onset, I told myself, I'm like, man, Philadelphia just looks like the sharper team here right now. It's coming. The game's just coming easier for these guys. It's 1-2, bang, completion. Boom, boom, 5 or 6 yards. Whereas KC, Mahomes dancing around too much. Not saying it was his fault. The protection wasn't there. I fucking love Patrick Mahomes. Personally, he's the best quarterback I've ever seen play. But the protection just wasn't there for him. It's only so much you can do when you got a defensive tackle breathing down your neck, right? Someone that's supposed to be a run stopper. Jalen Carter is an anomaly. Jalen Carter is definitely a sack artist. But this is someone who's supposed to be an anomaly. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not expecting a defensive tackle to be like in your grill like that. Like, not all of them. Like, this position is this is a run stop position, right? This is a run stop position. And then it isn't supposed to. You're not supposed to get that much pressure from the defensive tackle spot, typically, right? Jalen Carter, again, is an anomaly. And he's a hell of a player. I had to switch the Twitch details to just chatting. I'm sorry. Again, Jalen Carter is a hell of a player, and I think he had over 10 sacks this season. So it's not like impossible for a defensive tackle to be getting sacks, but to put it in perspective, you're Patrick Mahomes. Boom, downset hut. As soon as you come off your 3-step drop or your 5-step drop or what have you, you got a defensive tackle in your face, bro. Like, you're staring down the barrel of a fucking 6'4", 270-something pound man, bro. Like, right, coming at you. So after 2 or 3 sacks, I think it's normal to have happy feet. Like, it's normal to, like, he didn't trust the line, bro. Like, he didn't trust his pocket. Like, he kept flushing himself out of it. And credit to the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Like, they played a great game. Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator for Philly, he had a great game plan installed, man. And they executed. Fangio had a great game plan installed. And honestly, all year, I'm surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't worse. All year, that Philadelphia team has been the bully on the block, right? They're gonna dominate time of possession. They're gonna fucking give Saquon the rock, right? They're gonna just shove it down your throat. Kenneth Gainwell, Jalen Hurts, all these guys, right? This big mauling offensive line that they have, right? They got bears on that offensive line, man. Like these guys have dogs on that offensive line, and to touch on that, the dynasties, like the good teams, that's how they're built, right? They're built in the trenches. Like they have a great defensive line, they have a great offensive line. Those are how the dynasties are built. Honestly, Kansas City, that's how they did it, right? They had Eric Fisher. They had a couple of guys that ended up leaving. Orlando Jones, I believe his name is. He's in Cincinnati now. They lost a few offensive linemen. Kansas City did to money reasons. They lost a lot of O linemen because they just couldn't re-sign them. But anyway, I say that to say that Philadelphia has a lot of rookies and young guys that they don't have to pay until 4 or 5 years from now. Like Philadelphia can be that next dynasty for many years to come here. It's kind of set up for them to really like take off. They're built the right way. They're strong up front on both sides of the football. And again, they have so many young players, right? They got Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. They got guys that they just don't even have to pay yet. And then they got these vets, CJ GJ, Darius Slay. Like these guys are gonna take pay cuts. They're gonna want to stay to just be able to retire and be a veteran player on a winning and contending team. Again, Philadelphia, the way they're built, watch out, NFL. Philadelphia might be that it team for many years to come. I don't think there's a team in the NFL right now that can match up with them up front. Like they didn't even blitz. Like they got 5+ sacks without calling one blitz. They did that shit straight front four on a base 43. You know what I mean? With a Tampa shell. They were playing cover 2 all game. They didn't blitz not once, bro. They had a Tampa 2 high on a 4-man front, bro. Just traditional football, bro. Right? A true traditional nose defensive tackle, Jalen Carter. Right? Then you got the quicker one. I forget his name. And then you got Josh Sweat on the end. And the other defensive end, he's number 3. I forget his name also. They didn't blitz not once, bro. And then Vic Fangio. Credit to Vic Fangio, man. Fangio has been the architect to so many of these modern day defenses now, bro. And he's like 68. This dude's old as hell, respectfully. And he's been the architect for so many of these defenses. Like all these schemes that we see now. You know, there's the shell coverage. That shit that Seattle was doing with Pete Carroll. That Legion of Boom defense. All these great defenses that we've seen in the modern era has come from Vic Fangio. So yeah, so much respect to Vic Fangio. It's incredible what he's been able to do in the NFL. I don't know. I don't know if Kansas City can recover from this, man. They got kind of exposed. You know what I mean? Like they really have to retool that offensive line. They got some work to do. I don't think they've been in this much. I don't want to say disarray, right? Because they just made the Super Bowl, but just in an era of reload, right? Since those Alex Smith teams, right? When they went from Smith to Mahomes, I don't think they because a lot of people forget, but Kelsey was there before Pat. You know, a lot of people forget this. So I don't think they've seen this level of retooling since those Alex Smith years. Like they gotta really they need some wideouts. You know what I mean? Xavier Worthy's gonna be good. They got Worthy. That's like their Tyreek Hill now, right? They need to beef him up, right? They need to put some food in him, make his ass hit the gym, right? I think he's a little light in the ass, but that's my opinion. But they got some retooling to do for sure. They for sure got some retooling that they need to do. But yeah, we just chilling right now, man. Maybe play some Fortnite. I know Rachel hit us up. Rachel said that she might want to play some Fortnite. Friend of the program. I'm kind of tired. I kind of just hopped on to chill with y'all after the game. You know, I wanted to talk shit, fall out of the game, but no one's here. Thought maybe we'd bounce shit off each other after the game, you know, on some just chatting shit. And maybe I was gonna play a game or whatever, but it definitely wasn't gonna be like a long one. Sunday night, you know, it's Monday tomorrow. We gotta get back to life, get back to work, get back to reality. I just wanted to, you know, hop on here and, you know, the goal was to talk shit about the game. You know, let's talk about how much money we lost betting on Kansas City, right? Patrick Mahomes he just couldn't find a rhythm. He couldn't find a rhythm. He just couldn't find a rhythm, man. We're talking about 300 and Philadelphia outgained Kansas City 345 to 275 in terms of total yards. Passing yards, Kansas City has the edge by 16 yards, 226 to 210. Rushing is the biggest discrepancy. Kansas City had 49 rushing yards. Philly had 135. 21 first downs to 12. Philadelphia won that. Third down efficiency was pretty. They were right there with each other. Philadelphia went 3 for 12 on third downs. Kansas City went 3 for 11 on third downs. Here was a big one too. This was like the eye opener when I saw this one. Philadelphia ran 70 plays. 70. Kansas City ran 49. Now, just to put it in perspective, I'd say about honestly, anywhere between 55 to 60 plays. That's like normal. If you played football, you know what I'm talking about. 55 to 60 plays. Philadelphia ran 70 plays, bro. 70. Look at this, bro. Philadelphia, time of possession, 36-58 to 23-02. In the first half, I typed it into the Discord. 1 second here. Let me find it. In the first half, the time of possession was Kansas City 10 minutes and 1 second, and Philadelphia 19 minutes and 59 seconds. Like they damn near doubled how long they had the ball over them in the first half. Like we're talking about this Eagles team is dominant. Like they're dominant. they'll whoop your ass, and then by the time you look up, it's like, damn, I didn't even have the ball that much. I remember when they played Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. It was Pittsburgh at Philly. I want to say it was like week 10 or some shit. I guess that doesn't matter. Pittsburgh at Philadelphia. It was like the Pennsylvania Bowl, basically. Bro, Pittsburgh only had the ball twice the whole second half. Philadelphia held the ball. They used to play keep away from these guys. Like every third down, they converted. Pittsburgh just couldn't smell the field in the second half. It was really bad. Patrick Mahomes threw 2 first-half interceptions, including a pick 6 to Cooper DeJean, and the Chiefs gained just 23 yards of offense on 20 plays. This is in the first half. Patrick Mahomes threw 2 first-half interceptions, including a pick 6 to Cooper DeJean, and the Chiefs gained just 23 yards of offense on 20 plays. In short, the Eagles' defense completely dominated the first half. Jalen Hurts was efficient, completing 11 of 15 passes for 123 yards and a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown. So the first half was all Philadelphia. The time of possession, like I said, 10 minutes and 1, 19 and 59. 19 minutes and 59 seconds for Philly, 10 minutes and a second for Kansas City. You can't win a game like that. And again, this is Philadelphia's thing. That Pittsburgh Philly game, Philadelphia, that's when the Eagles really showed the NFL who they were. To hold a team to 2 possessions and a half, that is dominating football. That is chokehold football. That is chokehold football. That is chokehold football. Man, this is cool. My Twitch, my creator dashboard. I'll share it with you guys because I think that this is a cool look. It's like you're almost affiliate. Pretty cool. So we got everything. We got the 50 followers. Stream 8 hours per month. Like, we're going to destroy that. Stream 7 days per month. Like, what? Boom. Right? 29. Today is my 29th day. I'm streaming. An average 3 concurrent viewers. So we're currently on 1.02 viewers. So we're very close. We're very close. You're almost an affiliate. Should be cool, though. It really makes me smile and makes me feel good. Unlock new features to engage your community and make money doing what you love. Let's learn about affiliate benefits. Your channel safety is important. On Twitch, several rules, guidelines, and policies are in place to keep you and your community safe. In addition to our terms of service, Twitch has community guidelines outlining your expectations for user-generated content and behavior on and off Twitch. These guidelines foster a sense of responsibility and ensure that everyone participates in a way that promotes a friendly, positive experience for our global community. We encourage you to read both to ensure your content meets our community standards and doesn't put you at risk of being reported and or suspended. To get you started, this is an overview of each article on this path: learning Twitch's terms of service, learning Twitch's community guidelines. It will cover the agreement to my terms of service, the use of Twitch by minors and blocked persons, prohibited conduct. Okay, yeah. Y'all want to know prohibited conduct. Okay, start learning. Okay, so breaking the law, blah, blah, blah. All right, so breaking the law, what do they mean by that? I'm not even trying to be funny. I ain't gonna lie, that looks pretty cool. That's motivating. But yeah, man, this Super Bowl, man, it was it kind of stunk, huh? I kind of wanted to stop watching in the middle. I didn't want to watch anymore. It was a bad game. Probably gonna hop off here though. Like I said, I just wanted to hop on and spit the stats out and see if anybody wanted to chat and just the fallout of the Super Bowl. I didn't have anything special. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the follows on Twitch and the subscriptions on YouTube. We got 62 followers on Twitch and we got 155 subs on YouTube. We really appreciate you guys, man. We're getting ready to do these giveaways. We got the controller at 200 subs and 200 followers on Twitch. 200 subs on YouTube and 200 followers on Twitch. We got the giveaway going down for the controller. So that one's very close to happening. And then that 1,000 sub on YouTube, 1,000 followers goal. That one's gonna be sick. By the time we get that going, we're gonna have monetization and people paying. We're gonna be a big time stream by the time that one gets going. So yeah, man, we really appreciate you guys being a part of this and wanting to be a part of this. We love y'all. Super Bowl, it didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. I underestimated how good Philadelphia is, man. They're a dominant football team. They're an extremely well-coached group, a physical group. And yeah, I underestimated how good they are. They have a nice young core, a young nucleus, and they don't got to worry about paying them boys for a minute. Man, they might make like that something similar to those Seahawk teams, those Legion of Boom teams. They might be gearing up to make a similar run like that if they can just keep getting guys. Man, they got a lot of Georgia Bulldogs. Now that I think about it, right? They're the Philadelphia Bulldogs, But yeah, Kansas City has to revamp that offensive line. They need a lot of help there. I thought McDuffie got exposed by AJ Brown a little bit as well. We're talking about an all-pro cornerback, and you're out there just getting manhandled, basically. Man, AJ Brown was putting his hands all over him, creating great separation on McDuffie again, McDuffie's an all-pro cornerback. So yeah, I think Kansas City has a lot of work to do, but they definitely aren't. It's not like they're a losing team, right? They have the culture, they have the pieces. They just need to go young in certain spots. They need to revamp. Kelsey kind of looked out of sorts, man. It was a couple times where the camera would cut to him while he was on the bench, and it kind of looked like he was just contemplating, just is he done? I hate to say it. I shouldn't even be talking like that as someone who's aspiring to be a sports pundit. I shouldn't be even saying that out of my mouth, but it kind of looked like he was like, hey, I might be done, but no one wants to go out like that. No one wants to go out like that. Kansas City had a chance to do something special here, and I just think the better football team won. That's for sure. It ain't no luck or the refs, or the better football team won tonight. But yeah, I love y'all. Make sure you give this a watch. Make sure you watch the Marvel Rival stream earlier today as well. It was a great one. We got some good wins. We got some losses too. I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't like the greatest stream, but it was cool. Made some friends. We really think that we can average 3 viewers in a 30-day window. We think that we can do it. Need y'all to be friends and tell friends about the stream. And yeah, I love y'all, man. Join the Discord too. It's right there. It's on that ticker. Follow that ticker and shit. You'll see the Discord link. Take my ass to sleep. I gotta work. Then get off work and go back to work. And got Marvel Rivals tomorrow at 5 Central, 6 Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that. And again, man, I love y'all. Besitos y abrazos. Hugs and kisses. Tune in and be a friend, man. I want to be y'all friend.